here at Unadilla with my buddy Todd, Bennett and Porter. Todd has been teaching me everything about motocross, much like Curdy did when he and I went to Anaheim Supercross. So I don't know anything. Apparently some kid named Hayden Deegan's pretty good. And then there's these brothers from Australia that ride Hondas. They're pretty good. We just watched the 250s. Who won the 250? Kitchen. I often go to the Kitchen, so I feel good about that. Big shout out to my buddy Nick McCabe for getting us some awesome tickets. So shout out to Nick, and he is I Collect Motorcycles on Instagram, so give him a follow. He helps organize these events, and it's pretty wild. Here's what we're looking at. So here's the layout of Unadilla. We're on the back side. To our right is the sky shot. You can't really see it over there. It's on the other side of that white tent. But people come down the sky shot and go that way. This is the Screw You section. That's pretty aggressive. Downhill with an immediate uphill. I raced my son up the hill earlier and I beat him, so I feel good about that. I've got some friends under that monster tent. Greg Sahanowitz is under there somewhere. We parked somewhere over yonder, but it's wild. It is a wild track. Todd, would you say this is typical of most motocross tracks, or is this atypical?
This is most typical for outdoors.
Most typical. This is my only experience. I came and watched three-wheelers race here 8 short years ago, and it wasn't as impressive. I will say that. It is magnitudes more people and excitement than that time. But as we make our way around, I'll include you on our travels. I will say I've met a couple people. I've been spotted in the wild. My buddy Brandon is over my shoulder. I don't know if you're back there, Brandon, but he came up and said hi to me. I made friends with an 8-year-old in line to get some food. We were next to each other for 40 minutes, and naturally we talked about three-wheelers, and he's very excited about those. I didn't get your name, but he's from Rochester, Massachusetts. Did you know there's a Rochester, Massachusetts? There is. 5 hours away. So, anyway, it's getting pretty rowdy here. We'll catch you at a quieter time. Deegan's in the lead. All right, Todd, we're a minute 20 left. Who's ahead?
Hunter Lawrence. Followed by Prado, followed by Jet, followed by AT.
All right. So we got 2 laps when the time elapsed. Brendan Jerkowski's here.
On the horse.
Representing.
Let's go.
Yellow flag. I was just telling Brendan that a fan came up out of nowhere and took my hand, so it's happening.
Small world.
I feel like Shred 80. All right, what did you say? Hunter Lawrence and Jet Lawrence, the Australians.
Then Prado.
Prado, some guy named Prado, and some other guy named Deegan. Won. And what's next?
Intermission and round 2 of 250s.
Round 2? What's the difference between round 2 and round 1? For us people who don't know this event.
The combined, so if somebody gets a first in the first 250,
yeah,
and they get a third in the second 250, the lowest amount of total points is overall.
So then there's a third race?
There isn't.
There's not.
It's just 2.
Just the 2. Okay. Brendan, did you know that?
He's here to watch.
He's here to watch too. Hey, Brendan's with me. We're three-wheeler guys.
Now with a beer tent.
Yep. We've got a lot of beer here that needs to be drank, so some people are helping with that. It's God's work, honestly. So, all right, we'll wait for round 2. So the 450s are racing their second race now. The 250s was an upset. What would you say it's an upset? Kitchen didn't win. Kitchen was 5th. Pantry won. Was it Pantry? Who won?
No, it was Davies. Cole
Davies. I was way off. Cole Davies.
Which they're back and forth all the time.
Back
1
and
and 2.
forth. So Deegan is 4th right now, and the Australian brothers are 1st and 2nd.
Prado's 3rd.
Prado. Does he make those purses? Is that? Yeah, let's turn around. We'll show you some action. Jet Lawrence is now in the lead, past his brother, and then Prada Handbags is in 2nd, past Hunter. Danger Boy Deegan is still in 3rd, 4th.
And everybody else is trailing quite a bit. Beat the crowd a little bit. That's the sky shot, backside. Deegan and Jet and Prado just went by. Todd's over here if you were wondering. Todd, how's the walk? Great.
Great. Since our last check-in, Hunter Lawrence took a big tumble on the Screw You.
I was too busy watching it to record it, but it was quite hard to watch because he crawled back up. He had such a lead. He almost made it. He almost made it, but he's behind now. This is the backside of the Sky Shot. I'm gonna walk right in front of it. First. So, and just like that, Unadilla's in the books. I mentioned my buddy Nick. Nick stopped by on his way east to come visit and check out the collection. This is his first time here, originally from Connecticut.
Connecticut, New York, yeah.
Lives in California now.
Yeah.
And used to race.
Used to race motocross, yeah.
Posted some pictures from Unadilla in '96, I think.
Yeah, got my first pro race, which got blown away.
Yeah. Nick is responsible for settling the debate on what the proper tire that came on 86 200Ss were. He's the only one that's posted a picture of a new, out of the showroom 86 200S with Dunlop. I forget what the number is, but they're Dunlops. Anyway, different story. Unadilla was awesome.
Different level of geekdom.
Yes. And we've shared lots of tips and info today.
We settled the debate on 350X fender stickers, too.
If you didn't know, so you see a lot that have the black sticker here, but you see a lot that don't have it. Brochures have it, but we'll follow that up. That'll be bonus material at the end of the video. But
yeah, it's good to have you at the races,
yes.
at the real races.
Yes, that was wild. If you've never been to Unadilla, go there. Nick got his tickets to Supercross at Anaheim in January, if you remember that video. Check out any race that's near you. They do a great job promoting it, putting it on. What else, Nick? I collect motorcycles on Instagram.
That's me. I'm not like Preston, but
he's better than Preston. He introduces me like I'm somebody, but he's somebody too. And thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. All right, there Nick goes. Thank you, Nick, again. Appreciate you so much. Now that he's not here, I'll brag on him. Nick, go follow him on I Collect Motorcycles on Instagram. He has a wild collection out in California. He keeps it in an airplane hangar. And he's pared down some things, but I posted a video a couple months ago about, I've had over 35 350Xs pass through my hands. Being from California, he has access to a lot of stuff. He is holding 40 350Xs right now, he told me. So it's just wild. But we're nerds about, what tires came on this machine, what was the correct decal. I told him about the 200E from Finland here, the 200ES from England. We swapped stories a little bit, and just a super nice guy. He's tied in heavily with the motocross circuit. Introduced me to the woman of it's a brother sister who own the series, the motocross series. Introduced me to him yesterday. Just normal people. It's wild. It is wild. There was another guy that came up to me at the end of Unadilla, Drew from Syracuse, New York. It's super humbling to meet you guys. I appreciate everyone who watches. And if you see me out and about, if you're going to be, at events that I'm at, please, come up and introduce yourselves. I'm honored. And thank you for watching. I forget what I was going to share with you. But whatever I mentioned I was going to share with you, I'll share that now. So have a great night. Okay, so what we were talking about was the sticker that shows up on the rear fenders on a 350X, a 1986 350X. It's there for certain in 1985, but the debate is, was it ever there in 1986? So you got the brochure that shows it, but then you've got this video. Look behind his boot. It's not there. It's in the brochure, but it's not on the fenders in this video. So which is accurate? What time frame did this video get recorded? What time frame did the pictures for that brochure get taken? That's the question. It's because you see, like the same thing I showed earlier, the brochure for the 86 200S has the Chevron style Pro-Am tires, but the actual models had Dunlop, basically 84 250R rear tires on it. So this video goes away. Then I took a look at Three Wheeling Magazine, Trike Magazine, all these clips from magazines that show the 350X without that rear decal. And these are little screen grabs. This is John McDonald's scanned archive of magazines. So this is 3 and 4 wheel action. This is the review of the 86 350X. Obviously you can't see it in that picture, but look at this advertisement for the whole 86 lineup. There's no decal there. This is what Greg Momini's putting together. And just this little screen grab just behind his right boot there. You really can't see, but there's no decal. And up here up top, no decal. So these are production machines that the magazine is evaluating. So there you go again, left-hand side, no decal. These are what I would consider a smoking gun, no decal. That stuff might not interest you, but if you're trying to restore your machine back to original showroom condition, a lot of people will look at the brochure and restore it to what it looks like in the brochure, but technically that's not showroom condition. That's what they thought they were going to do with it. And even if you look at the 87 brochure that shows the big red, shows the 87 250SX with a red headlight bezel. We know it's got a white headlight bezel. It shows an 86 350X and an 87 250R. We know those never were released to the public. There's never been one that's shown up in somebody's private possession. I'm pretty confident to say they never made it to the hands of the public. But in that picture, there's no decal on the 350X on the rear fender. So it's all nerdy three-wheeler stuff. So anyway, Unadilla rocked. Nick rocks. Great guy. Todd, thank you for all the commentary and helping me enjoy the day. Thanks to Bennett and Porter for putting up with us old-timers. And definitely get out and see a motocross race when you can. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.